What up, people? It's Nickopz here, and today I want to talk about Kabal. Now, in case y'all don't know, I started off, uploading and playing this game, with this character. I really liked playing this character at the beginning of the game. I actually played this character so freaking much, grinded it to like top 100 with him and everything. I had a lot of fun with this character. But over time, I started to realize the character's flaws and ended up dropping the character. Well, I ain't gonna say dropped him completely. I just dropped him as my main character. And if you want to know why, I got a whole video on that I'll link below. Hopefully I remember to link it. But yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about Kabal and which one is the best variation, or more like talking about all the variations in general, and the one I personally think is the best. Now, he has his three variations. Let me sum them up real quick. He has mean streak, clean cut, and speed. Oh wait, it's not that anymore. I have to change it. It's the spins now. They changed it. So mean streak, clean cut, and the spin. Mean streak is the cancel variation. Clean cut is the restand, and kinda, like I say kinda, I can't stress this enough when I say kinda, make that clear, mix up variation. And the spins is just freaking damage, like raw damage. Now, over time with Kabal, I noticed how a lot of opinions have really shifted about this character, and I do still feel like Kabal is the most overrated character in the game. And I talk about why. I have another video where I talk about why this character isn't S tier, even though a lot of people think he is. He's just simply not. Like, literally every Kabal that plays him, but like one, every Kabal that plays him either has a pocket actual top tier, or if they did play him, they don't play him no more because they saw at very high level play he's not gonna cut it. He's not. The only Kabal that is honestly left that is completely loyal to this character is Love Thoughts. And yeah, that's the thing about Kabal. People can say what they want about the character, but the character has just not really did anything in this community because honestly, he's just a fair, basic character. But people can't really see that because they don't really go in depth about this character. But I honestly understand why some people think he's top tier. Because if you don't play this character, or I'm not even gonna say lab, because a lot of his stuff on paper looks really good, but until you play this character and realize his flaws, you're like, oh, okay, well, he's just okay. But yeah, the thing about Kabal is a lot of people think that the third variation, the spins, is the best one. And I disagree with that. People need to realize that damage is not everything. And the character that showed that off the most was Jax. Grin and Barrett, if I'm saying that right, pretty sure I'm not. We'll just call it Grin and B. The Grin and B gets you more damage consistently, but everybody plays Hunker Down. And that's because Hunker Down has amazing momentum and a lot of freaking crushing blows. It has something to make up for the lack of damage that he gets. So, the thing about Kabal, let's go into the gameplay now. Kabal, what he is a neutral based character for the most part. He wants to keep you at a range that is just good for Kabal and not good for you. That's what Kabal wants to do. At his core, he's like a neutral based character. He's not really a pressure character, not really a zoner. He's like kind of a jack of all trades, but not really. Like, he can do a lot of things, but he doesn't really shine anywhere. So I guess you could say a jack of all trades, like kind of. But the thing about Kabal, And oh wait, make sure we pick the right variations. Why I don't think the spins is the best one is because he loses access to what I think makes Kabal good. The vortex, like you ain't got to deal with people's wake ups, and this low to throw people off. I personally feel like clean cut is the best Kabal. I think the spins has its place, but at the end of the day, all you're getting like is a lot of damage, and there's nothing wrong with a lot of damage. And like I said, the variation is called the spins. We'll go to it like right here. I haven't changed the name yet, but there's nothing wrong with a lot of damage. Everybody likes a lot of damage, but at the end of the day, if you want a lot of damage, there's plenty other characters you can play. Like you can play freaking Baraka if you just want that dumb damage. You can play freaking Dark Sabbath Noob if you just want that dumb damage. You can play Garrus still if you want that dumb damage. It has so many more tools to go with it. In this variation, they just take away his tools and give him the dumb damage. Like, this variation definitely hurts. Don't get me wrong. Character hits you and you gon' freaking feel it. Like, you just do. Like, he definitely freaking hurts in this one. But that's not what makes Kabal good, and damage doesn't complete his kit very well. So, if matter of fact, let's keep it on the spins and change this one to clean cut. Now, when you're playing Kabal, this is the B&B you're going to be going for most of the time. You do this right here. Meter burn that. Dash to that. That nets you like 29%, and it puts you perfectly in Kabal range. It doesn't really get you like an oppressive vortex, but you're in Kabal range after this. That's what I call it. Now, the other variation, it still has stuff to where you can restand with the gas, but it's just not as good or reliable as this. And you can do this on block and create you some nice space, but I don't think you should be doing that a lot because it puts you out of Kabal range. Matter of fact, it's right here. Like that puts you out of Kabal range. Do that right there. See? You're not in Kabal range anymore. If you just do that on block. I say the best time to do it is off of that. To give him like somewhat of a decent 9-frame mid. But yeah. The thing about this variation is it takes what Kabal wants to do and makes it stronger. Like, okay, you want to play that neutral base freaking play, you okay, get in there, hit him with a combo, do this right here, boom, meter burn. All right, now you back like in your neutral place. Okay, now you got that hook, you got him guessing the hook too. Now the other variation, okay, you got this damage, you knocked him down, and then it's just like, well, okay, I did all that damage, now what? Now all this time he's gonna be here trying to really open you up a lot, and you know, it's just not as good, to be honest, as this one. Now I feel like people are gonna realize that more over time. People are already starting to. Like, I'm starting to see people gravitate more to clean cut, because clean cut is just the best one in my opinion. Now, mean streak. People that argue mean streak is the best one, they're simply just wrong. Mean streak sucks. It honestly really sucks. He really doesn't get much off of it. Like, he gets some ghetto cancels that aren't even good. And the only good thing I can say about this one over the other one is that. And still, matter of fact, not even. Because the downwards one is better, but this one, you know, I guess you can like hit it at different angles and get different conversions, but this right here, this cancel is so trash. Like, it really is. Meanwhile, Jackie's over here canceling for no freaking meter. His cancels leave him at like +1 or neutral most of the time, and it's not worth the defensive bar. It's just not. You're never gonna really see anybody, you know, do much with this variation or shine with this variation like that, unless, you know, they're a player that can just carry this variation. But it's not good. It's really not. I know there's gonna be like some people who feel a certain type of way about it, but it's just not Kabal, and it doesn't make Kabal do Kabal things better. Like, it just doesn't. This was meant to be his pressure variation, and it's just, it doesn't have good pressure. Like, most of these cancels barely leave him plus. Matter of fact, let me show y'all. We'll put the opponent on block all, and where's the frame date at? Now, most of these cancels, like +1 off of that. What the heck you gonna do with +1? You gonna, what, get a down one check? Like, that's all you can really get. Like, his mainstream, neutral. Now, that's +8, but who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? Like, come on. That's +8, which would be good if it had like a second hit of it and it stayed +8, but it don't. Like, mean streak is garbage. It actually is, and I actually think mean streak needs a buff. The other two variations of Kabal are fine, but mean streak is horrible. It honestly is, and I think that it's. Oh look, that's +3 right there. But who's gonna do standing 4 into that? And even when you land the plus frames, his 9-frame mid, all he really gets is this. Unless you then want to spend another bar and hit confirm off of this. In that case, like, let's just say he does that right there. Okay, did standing 4, cancel. And then he do that. Like, that's 2 bars of defensive meter gone. For a sequence where you end up getting damage. Like, mean streak's just trash. It really is. And I think it needs a buff. But the other two are very good. Very good, solid characters that I don't think need to be touched at all, honestly. Like, I don't think Clean Cut or the Spins, had to remember the name, ever need to be touched. But mean streak, they gotta look into this, because this one is not good by any means. But yeah, everybody, that's basically how I feel about Kabal in his current state. Very good character in the other variations. I do think that the Spins is not the best one. That might be an unpopular opinion, but that's just how I feel. And yeah, that's everything about Kabal. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch and my Patreon. And Nickopz out.